So the idea to turn this into a big band chart probably came around New Year's Eve this past year. And so I sketched up a little something and brought it to the next gig, and it was a lot of fun. The vibe was right, so I was really excited to bring it back home and workshop it a little bit more and do some edits and bring it to the band on the next gig. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 hit, so we never really had a chance to do that like we normally would when Alex and I bring a piece of music in for the band. So once we all figured out that we were going to try to make this remote recording, Alan Darby laid down the foundation, and then Alex and I were trying to think about the chart, and then I realized that I didn't even have it with me. It was on my school computer, and so Alex had to fish through all the folders and put it back together, and then he re-entered it into Sibelius and sprinkled a little ALC magic on it, as he's so great at, and we had the chart, and the next thing you know, everybody starts recording, everybody gets the gear they need, and it all just came together, and we're really, really super pumped about it. And the cherry on top of having Eric Bloom, who's an original member of the BT ALC Big Band, back on board is really awesome. And then, this tune had vocals when I had originally written it, and so I hit up Nigel, and he was very, very gracious with his time, and he laid down those tracks for us, and it was really awesome. And it just feels good to connect with old friends. Eric, I've been playing with for years, and Nigel, I've been playing with for almost 20 years. So it's really, really, really awesome to get those guys involved, and we're really happy the way it turned out. So
all right, so let's talk about the recording. Let's do it. As we went through the process of everybody laying all their tracks down and the puzzle pieces kind of zooming in, watching the puzzle get put together bit by bit, and then and then listening as Al mixes everything. He's got this, I don't know if they're like magic beans that he's got a hold of, or magic pixie dust that just, okay, so second and third trombone have come in here. All right, let me just get my little sack of pixie dust. Magic. I don't know what he does, but he makes he takes recordings that can feel like okay, it's just me in this room with my little mic, and then you get the energy and intention that you put behind it. He's a master. But so, as we're putting this whole thing together, it was great to hear Bloom solo. He's an artist in a lot of ways. Like, I guess the sense I mean is that as a soloist, you feel like he's so free on the trumpet, and he's able to just paint these gestures, and then at the same time, like, it can be like a really broad brush stroke like that, like I just demonstrated, a brush stroke, and then he lands so nimbly and is able to be just the precision, right? It goes from brush stroke to like pencil thin, precise blue line in a heartbeat. So it's always a pleasure to listen to him play, and I was so psyched about playing this. And Nigel is listening to what Nigel did with the chorus was really the finishing touches for me. I love the harmony vocals, and I also love his sensibility with the melody, and Nigel's vocal, and maybe it's the nature of being human, but also the nature of listening to Nigel. You touch his spirit, or his spirit touches you, I should say. And it was that little bit of like, okay, so we may be separated, and we may not be able to play together for a long time. And like I said, nothing's going to ever replace that feeling until we can play together again. But we can get through this, and we can still make music that's really meaningful.